swag, some call it cockiness, some call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Nittany Lions will kick it off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Moore will throw. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking to take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. It's against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. But if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Offense working from the pistol. Running back searching for a hole. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's Young. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
Some will call it swag, some call it cockiness, some will call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team. We're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Oregon Ducks, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Nittany Lions will kick it away first. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Turning it on! He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Ducks come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Moore to the air. Fires toward the end zone. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, this is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Spits it out to the back. Got it in the middle of Young. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He was hoping for that interception return for the touchdown, but he's brought down at the 27.
Man, how about the rough starts for these offense? 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. These quarterbacks, you trust them early, first drives to get something going. Both of them turning over to the other team. Let's see which one can get settled in first.
Fighting off the defender. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
And the Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Off play action. That's caught. It's Jefferson. There is nowhere to go. He is stopped, and it'll be 4th down from the 23. They'll lead the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Finds his tight end. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
The Nittany Lions come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Got room to work. Breaks into the open. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
And they've got a weapon in this offense right there at running back. This dude is tremendous. And you think about Franco Harris, you think about Kajana Carter, Curtis Enos, Saquon Barkley. Time and time again, Penn State running backs wearing defenses down. This guy is a problem, and this defense better find a way to slow him down.
Crosses the 30, he's got away. He's at touchdown, Penn State. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners, and kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Moore will throw. Got it in the middle. It's Jefferson. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. The Ducks moving quickly to the line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Plows through the defense.
I'll tell you what, when those little guys make those physical plays like that, it kind of jacks everybody up in the huddle because it's usually the guy breaking ankles, but he's like breaking tackles. Now he's giving you some serious energy.
I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on 3rd down. defense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hawkins. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
They've already failed to convert on 4th down once in the first quarter. Doesn't stop them from trying it here. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And the Ducks send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Hauls it in, looking for space. He only needs a sliver of daylight. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. First play of the drive, lost the throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
They come to the line with a minute to play in the opening quarter. And back to the air on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Moore to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it in stride inside the 20. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. In the red area, it's Hawkins. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games. That loses games. That is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. The RPO, it's complete. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wants to throw on first down. Caught near the sideline, it's McCoy. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
The Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up. Toss sweep to the right. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Cradles it at the 35. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, Dave."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football ball. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he led his offense.
Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. A first down for the offense. Handoff to the lone back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Fires on the move. Makes the catch. It's Taylor. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra pocket. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about, I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, blowing up, stuffing the run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The toss sweep to the right. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play, and they force a negative.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
So 4th and a mile from here, but the offense will go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He turns it loose to the left. And that one is picked up in the end zone. Takes it the other way. The 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
Dude, you're just thinking, hold him to 3, make him kick the field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
And the extra point is good. They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. And the low percentage play, the onside kick, bounces out of bounds, and they'll drop the flag. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. You got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. That's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Leaves it with the running back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Finds his man. It's Jefferson. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The Ducks are on the move.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. The play-action fake. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Got his man on the right. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
They decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Got his man downfield. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Got his man. Just about as basic as you can get and effective if you execute.
Well executed. QB, nice job putting the football out in front of his receiver where he can advance it.
The Nittany Lions can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Fires to the right. It's caught.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They've got the first down. Mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
And the Nittany Lions in a good spot here with second and short. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. It's complete on the right side. Picks up enough to get them first and 10 from the 11. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly. Wants to go up top on first down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Bringing it back. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
How about the athletic ability by the big fella? You know, you got those big linebackers in there used to taking on fullbacks and offensive linemen the whole game. He understands for passing situations. I'm getting drops. I'm getting deep in my drops, playing the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, making the INT. What an athlete.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The DBs will back off a bit. Dropping back, it's Holstein. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Pocket breaking down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants to take the top off. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they've taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
Looking to throw on first down. tight end finds a soft spot. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
That's reeled in. It's McCoy. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Nittany Lions come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Off the play fake. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's 2 things he has to think about on one play.
On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down. This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Wide receiver going in motion. From the red zone, looking for a space. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle, it's Young. Perfectly thrown ball, nice catch, good tackle, but it's 1st and goal from the 5.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, here's an interesting decision. It's early in the game. Do you want to be aggressive and try to seize momentum and go for this? Or do you just take the field goal and take the points?
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Georgia Tech will need to mount a comeback, but those fans that were there when Calvin Johnson was a 2-time All-American know this game is not over. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Georgia. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Back to throw, it's Holstein. Going over the top. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Quarterback adapting. Terrible struggle for this quarterback. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Hard-hitting tackle.
And that's why this QB's speed is such an asset. He can use it to his advantage, buy himself time to make a nice throw down the field.
The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. This time they'll go to the running game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Grabbed in the middle, it's Johnson. This senior shows some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the 1st down. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Power football with the run. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Right back to the well. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Moore will throw. He's got it on the run. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the 1st down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. The throw to the outside is complete. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So first down will open up the final period.
Satellite, 414 satellite, 22, water.
Smith takes the handoff. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete in the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across.
Turning it on! Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. The Nittany Lions just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Run in the red zone, it's Smith. Touchdown, Penn State! And the route is on. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you've got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Trying play action. Catch in the middle. It's Moore. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Moore to the air. Snagged out of the air.
You know, at this point of the game, guys, trailing the way they are late in the game, check down throws are not going to get it done. You've got to be more aggressive in the passing game. You're going to have to just start taking shots.
Going to swing it on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jefferson. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Ducks headed quickly to the line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Trying to make magic with his feet. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
From the gun, they'll try the middle.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Wants to throw on first down. Going for it all. Touchdown, Oregon! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And finally, man, this offense, they have struggled all day. They've been shut out all game. Finally put a drive together, got some points on the board, got some good mojo. Maybe they can take this into next week. I know it's been a bad day, but sometimes these type of things can carry over.
Moore will throw. Incomplete on the two-point try, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if they get another chance. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
They're dealing with a second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. A little screen to the running back. Breaks into the open. The 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And the stomping has commenced. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Virginia is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Virginia Tech. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Moore to the air. Trying to get behind the defense. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Caught at the 25. All by himself down the middle. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ducks!
Well, this guy certainly, from a statistical standpoint, has done everything to deserve a trip to New York City. He has been a big playmaker week in, week out for this offense. Get this, that last touchdown was his 20th touchdown catch of the season. This guy has been unstoppable.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
6 propane! 6 propane!
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the first down.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Looking downfield on first down. Finds the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
From the gun. Trying to find the end zone. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Power ahead. Touchdown! Penn State! And the punishment has been extended. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. His drive will open from the 15. Moore will throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Smith. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. They'll go to the air. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of.
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the beatdown has ensued.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
Timeout, Oregon.
These corners going to give them some space. Moore to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Oregon.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but at least a score as the clock hits 0.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
The snap sets up the throw. Pass is incomplete. 2-point conversion is no good. Not really sure why they went through that entire exercise, but that'll be the ball game. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Winston-Salem, North Carolina, home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Memphis Tigers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Memphis ready to kick it off and get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Now on the option. Now the pitch. He couldn't get it to the corner as this defense opening things up with a big play.
Brings up 2nd down.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, running back on the move. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Third down coming up.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
They'll run play action. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And they'll take over.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. From the gun, the ground game. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Taylor wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Quickly complete. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Memphis.
And I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Flowers. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. The give to the tailback. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds. Wants to throw on 3rd down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes a grab down the middle. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And that had to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no rhyme or reason why a receiver should be that wide open, that deep down the field. Defense, they better check themselves.
They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Now the play fake. Buys a little time. And the quarterback will be forced out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage. I think they'll give him a sack.
Well, the problem with the play-action game is that it forces the QB to hold on to the ball just a little bit longer to allow some of these plays to develop. And, of course, that gives this defense longer to get after him.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Might be changing the route. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back. The 30. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
14, Wake Forest, 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Flowers. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The give on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll try to get the first through the air. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession.
There he goes. Got the first down. Looking for more. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Memphis.
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and we've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive they look. Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. LSU is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These Bayou Bengals have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they're capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Arizona State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. It's caught. Right down the gut of the field. Inside the 10. Oh, what a move. Touchdown, Wake. He got a step and just dusted the field.
That is so hard to defend. QB wants to make a play from the pocket, but does a great job escaping to his left, eyes down the field. Palmer, he looked like a young athletic Jesse Palmer getting outside the pocket and throwing a dime.
I would have torn my ACL if I had tried to roll out to my left like that in my playing days. But how about this quarterback keeping his eyes downfield, never quitting on the play, and finding a viable option and delivering an accurate throw so that he could advance it after the catch and take it all the way into the end zone.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Coming out with it, it's Clark. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Taylor wants to throw it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Quick completion on the out route. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Here's the pressure. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats.
Memphis, 21. Wake Forest, 7.
So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Taylor wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Got his man on the outside. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Catch in the middle, it's Booth. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now they're off.
Turning it on. The 40. He's at the 30. The 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
Set to kick it away.
He'll bring it out. It's Flowers. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the 1st half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct running.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. And the Demon Deacons line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in the rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Taylor wants to throw it. Here's a heat. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Lets it fly. Touchdown, Memphis. Quick strike through the air for the score.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
35, Wake Forest, 7.
He'll bring it out. It's Flowers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Flips it out in the flat. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Back to pass on 2nd down. Rolling right and going deep. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Offense just trying to get the ball to their receiver quickly out in space to the perimeter of the field, but how about the speed of the linebacker, able to close and make that tackle? That's impressive.
He wants to throw it again. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And he makes the catch at the 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal.
6-9-1, Gators longer. Easy. Tuna.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it. He's at the 40. The 20. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Taylor wants to throw. Touchdown, Memphis! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Wake Forest, 7.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Quarterback making checks. Going right to work up top. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 4th time today.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, This guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it in the middle, it's sharp. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After that last completion, it's second down. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on second down. He's going to throw deep right side. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Taylor wants to throw it. Lofts one high and deep. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Touchdown, Tigers! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Fielded in the end zone, it's Flowers. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. The lone back's got it. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll give it to the back. Picks up the first down. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Looking for more room. He's at the... and he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Demon Deacons. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, and then thought, don't get caught. And he did. the pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Clark. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was...
Breaks into the open. At the 30. Past the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Memphis.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the offense onto the field again. To the air on first down. Steps away to find some room. On the run deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback making adjustments. On fourth down, going to the air. And he's thrown another interception.